about almost 9 o'clock, so breakfast today is peanut butter and jelly waffles and watching some of my favorite vloggers, the Binghams, because the gardener's on break. Great way to start the day. Officially, good morning everybody. Caitlin, why is your light on? My light is on because, I'll turn it off. I have my light on because it's a totally gloomy, dark, and depressing day. Ugh. It is rainy, it is dark. Mondays are the days when I clean my room, I take out the garbage, and I'm not taking out the garbage today because it is too cold, wet, and rainy. So I am not going outside today unless I absolutely have to. If I don't have to, I'm not stepping foot outside, and my hair looks absolutely awful, but that's fine because I'm taking a shower day. I had to switch up my schedule. Usually I wash my hair Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays because I wash them Wednesdays when my mom has off from work, so we usually go out. Saturdays, day before church, so that's when I usually wash my hair. But I'm washing it this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday because my dad is taking us out to eat Thursday. We're going to one of our favorite restaurants. It's called Golden Corral. It's a buffet. It's sad in my family, our favorite restaurants are usually buffets. Actually, my favorite restaurant is Applebee's. I love Applebee's, and I love Culver's. Those are my two favorite restaurants. Oh, no, three. I love Applebee's, Culver's, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is probably my ultimate favorite. But it's called Golden Corral. It's this buffet, and they used to have one in Mount Pleasant when I was younger, and we used to go there like 2 or 3 times a month. Mount Pleasant is like the next city over. There's a casino there. So, but we used to go over there a lot, and it was fun. It was nice. And then they closed the one in Mount Pleasant, and so the next nearest one was actually in Grand Rapids, which is where we ate. Every time we went down, my brother, mom, and I all went to Davenport, and we all graduated from Davenport. And Davenport's graduation ceremony is at this big place called Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids. So every time we would go down for a commencement ceremony, we would stop and have lunch at Golden Corral. So I went down for my commencement. I skipped my brother's, and then I skipped my mom's first one, and then I went down for my mom's second one because it was her bachelor's. So I went down for that. This is why I feel lazy. My mom, my brother both have bachelor's degrees, and I only have an associate. And I feel entirely lazy because I'm not that ambitious to go back to school to get my bachelor's, partly because I have a ton of student debt, and partly because I don't want to go forward with a bachelor's in accounting. If I do go back to get a bachelor's, I want it to be something else. I don't want it to be in accounting. I want it to be like in marketing or something like that. So I feel incredibly lazy compared to my mom and my brother who went through and got their bachelor's, and I just have an associate's. And I have no ambition to go back and go to school. Actually, when I think about it, the only reason I went to college is because my parents wanted me to go to college. If I had a choice, if I had a say, I would have said, I'll go to college long enough so I can be like a secretary or an office professional, but I don't actually want like any form of degree. My parents wanted me though, so I went for my parents. In fact, my degree was chosen, my final degree was actually chosen by my mom. So that's how much I loved college. But it's a dark, gloomy day, so I'm still going to clean my room. I'm just not going to take out my trash. So cleaning my room involves dusting, vacuuming, wiping my glasses, wiping down my electronics, wiping down the mirrors, making my bed, all that fun adult stuff. And then I get that done, and then usually if I'm done in time, I will practice my guitar. I have not been making really any progress on my poor guitar. I am still searching for lessons I can do. The absolute beginner lesson I found, which taught me 3 chords and how to change between them, that was, I don't know if he did a follow-up lesson to that one or not, so I have to go find it and see. The other beginner lesson I found, this guy assumes that you have somewhat basic knowledge of the guitar and how to play it, because he immediately starts off doing chords that require 3 fingers in the most insane spots, and my problem is I have small hands. So I have to really work and concentrate. So mostly what I've been doing is really just practicing the chords I am able to do, practicing shifting between them, so it's really repetitive, it's really boring, and I still have to find other lessons. So I really had to buckle down on that. So, but I'm glad I did not vlog yesterday. Yesterday I spent almost the entire day in pain, physical pain. I don't know why, but at some point I think I pinched nerves in my right elbow and in my right shoulder, because we're pretty much about from like 10, 11 o'clock through early this morning. I was in so much pain, like by the end of the night I was watching videos and laughing. It hurt to laugh because I was moved the shoulder and it would hurt. So I got scared actually, because this is the shoulder I fell and hurt the rotator cuff this past winter. So I was scared I did something to the rotator cuff again, because I was told once you hurt it, it's actually easy to hurt it again. I'm like, oh gosh. So I was worried about this. And then I have been so nervous about jobs and W-2s and all the other stuff that I resort to a childhood habit. When I was younger, I have had anxiety since I was little. Like I said, I feed off people's emotions, and so I would feed off. So when I was little, it was like mainly my mom and my dad, and so they would have lots of worry. So I'd feed off their emotions. I would get anxious, and I would have this really bad childhood habit of like peeling the skin from my fingers or picking scabs, all that really gross stuff. And I try not to do it anymore. I'm better. But when I get really anxious or nervous, I resort to doing it to my feet. So I've been sitting here like the past 4 or 5 days obsessively, because I'm like, I tell myself I'm doing this, I'm getting rid of the dry skin, but I do it and I do it till I can't put weight on my foot. So my left foot, it's always my left foot. I don't know if you can see that. It's gross. I have a band-aid on my left foot, on the bottom of my left foot, because I did it so much. I actually have a like gash about this wide in the bottom of my foot from doing that, because I've been so anxious and nervous and I need to stop. So I'm in pain, which sucks, because I want to get into yoga, but there's always a lot of debate. Should Christians do yoga? And I'm like, I don't want to do traditional yoga. I've tried that. It was really weird. So I found a few YouTube videos called Christian yoga, where it's yoga, but instead of talking about like karma and chis and chakras and all that other stuff, it's really just doing the yoga poses, but with like scriptures and prayers and meditating on Jesus and God. So I'm going to try those. I don't know why, other than the fact that I liked the idea when I first started that yoga changes your posture so you stand taller. It doesn't make you taller, you just stand taller, you feel taller. And I think that's kind of the reason I'm drawn to it, is because I have lost, when I finished high school, I was 5'5". When I started college, I was 5'4". Last year, I was 5'3", and this year, I am 5'2". So I really kind of just want to, I'm like, I know I won't change the fact that I am 5'2", and I am slowly shrinking, but I want to be able to stand a little bit taller, so I can just like I am not, so I can pretend I have that extra inch. So that's my plan tomorrow, so hopefully start the yoga. And then once I get the hang, and that should hopefully take me to, I might shave that out. I have some karate videos, like beginner basic karate videos, so I might switch that out with some of the karate, like one day do yoga, another day do karate. And then when it gets warm enough, hopefully I'll be on Mackinac Island, and if not, I can just start taking my bike out. I don't like biking in Midland. I really don't like biking in Midland. Midland bills itself as a bike-friendly community. It is not that bike-friendly of a community. I have ridden my bike pretty much from here. I've ridden across town. People give you dirty looks in Midland for riding your bike. I am not even kidding. For a bike-friendly community, I get a lot of dirty looks while I'm out riding my bike. And I don't know why, but I do. So, not a big fan of riding my bike here. But if I don't go to Mackinac, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But I have, like I said, I've applied to a few places, Little Luxuries, Balsam Shops at Surrey Hill. I've applied at Nephew's to work in one of their retail stores and then be a fudge shop, fudge clerk. I applied at, yesterday I applied at the Murray Hotel to either be an assistant manager or a housekeeper or a marketing assistant. So stuff like that. And I'm going to keep looking. So I think I have until like February where I'm safe, and then that's when they'll really start hammering home, because some of these people, some of these businesses want you up there as early as April 1st, and others are like mid-April. So if I apply by February, I should be safe. So I have like this week and some of next week. And I also have this week and some of next week to get my W-2s, because legally they have to send them to me by January 31st, which is next week. Next Wednesday to be exact. And I haven't gotten any of them yet, which sucks. But my mom did try to get a little head start on my taxes. She does my taxes for me because I don't have a clue. I think she actually likes doing them, but she feels bad. But she did. I gave her my earnings statements from my jobs, and she took that, entered in the information, and so when my W-2s get here, it'll be a little less hassle. She just has to double check the information, get all that stuff entered, and I will be good to go. And she says, and I feel bad because she says I'm getting back a lot, so I feel guilty because I don't really do much and I'm getting back, so I feel really guilty. So it is almost 10 o'clock. I need to get cleaning and do some other stuff. I am so happy. My mom went and made lunch and dinner for me today. She made one of my favorite dishes, chicken parmesan and french fries. So for lunch, I'm having chicken parmesan and french fries, and for dinner, I'm having spaghetti and meatballs. So my mom cooked yesterday. The reason my mom, and she made pork cutlets too, which are really good. The reason my mom cooked was yesterday was my brother's 27th birthday. It's kind of hard to believe. My brother is 27 years old. So, and my birthday's in 16 days now, because my birthday is 17 days after my brother. So my birthday is a little over 2 weeks after his. So that's one reason my dad is taking us out Thursday, is he has kind of, I think, gotten this idea that it's easier on him if he just celebrates my brother's and my birthday together, which is actually pretty hysterical. Because up until I was 8 years old, my brother and I kind of had the whole separate birthday thing. In fact, when I was 8 years old, I had a party at Burger King. And that was my last birthday party. So, until I was 16, and my friends threw me a surprise one. And then I haven't had one since. But my parents, after a certain point, just kind of got this idea that, for the most part, let's celebrate our kids' birthdays together. And my brother and I, to a certain extent, did that when we went to go see Force Awakens. That's what we did for our birthdays. Is we really wanted to go see Force Awakens. At the time, I didn't have a job. So I told my mom, so I decided that could be our joint birthday present. We would just go see Force Awakens for our birthday. So we actually went, that's why we saw Force Awakens so late, is we actually went in between our birthdays and had our little joint birthday. So I make the joke that the way our parents treat our birthdays, we might as well be twins, because it's like after a certain point, my parents just went, okay, flomp. The only thing is we each get like our own separate little cake. My brother got a gigantic cookie cake with the guitar on it, so we get cookie cakes because I'm not a cake person. I don't really like cake, so. But my birthday's coming up soon. I'm going to be 30. It's very hard to believe. And then I look back at my life, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 30 years old. I'm like 11 years younger or something than Star Wars. I want to say that, but I'm not sure that's true. But I'm going to be 30. And it's very hard to believe that when you look back at my brother and I was born in 1988. My brother was born in 1991. I was born at the end of the Cold War. He was born during the Gulf War. And look at what we have been through. We have been through, for most of our young lives, we went through childhood where the United States was kind of very successful. We weren't at war really with anywhere. We had controversies, but hey, everything was normal. And then all of a sudden, there was a massive upswing in violence, school shootings, mass shootings, and then we have President Bush, a hotly contested election, and then we have 9/11, and then, so we kind of have this era of unsteadiness, and then President Barack Obama gets elected, and while it's still unsteady, it's not so like, it's more like, So we kind of have another decade, another time of like peace, and somewhat peace and prosperity, and all this other stuff, and then we have Trump, so I feel like my brother and I have kind of ridden this wave. And then I look even further back at my parents. My dad was born in 1959 and my mom was born in 1961. They were born during the height of the Cold War. So my parents have lived in even more roller coaster times than my brother and I. So I think my parents are a little bit jaded, but I think when you look back at what they lived through, they have a right to be jaded. You know, my mom is insane. Both my parents are insanely distrustful of politicians, and then I look back and go, oh yeah, Watergate, Nixon. Vietnam War, all that fun stuff. I'm like, okay, my parents have a good reason not to like politicians. I don't like them, but it's for a completely different reason. So, yay. So I'm going to get going. I have stuff that I need to do today, and my shoulder's already starting to kill me again. This is not fun. So I will talk to you guys later. I might do the same where I vlog every other day, so you will get this Tuesday, and then I will probably do a one Wednesday, and I might do one Thursday. I don't know. So just keep watch out. So I will talk to you guys later. Stay safe, stay sane. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Bye-bye.